will continue on Discovery Journal. Yeltsin's resignation as Moscow party boss could be accepted only here by the Moscow party, and the last act of the Yeltsin resignation drama would be something of a show trial. The strain of waiting took its toll. When the day came, Boris Yeltsin was in the hospital.
The doctor said, "You're going to the party meeting." Yeltsin said, "I can't. I'm ill." The doctor said, "Orders are orders. What about the Hippocratic Oath?" And Yeltsin said, "I have my own Hippocratic Oath."
There were rumors about a heart attack. His aides told me that he tried to stab himself with a paper knife. That's why he ended up in the hospital. It was clear he was lost, worried. For almost 2 years of living in Moscow, he'd been praised, admired. He was used to being honored and respected. And now he was to be condemned. Well, even a healthy man couldn't take that.
The meeting was attended by Gorbachev himself. What followed was a ritual public humiliation. The members of the Moscow party, especially those Yeltsin had treated harshly, seized their chance to settle old scores.
It was as if each speaker had taken a garbage can full of trash and just dumped it on Yeltsin.
As far as my speech was concerned, I said that there are some people who rise on their own merits. Others do it by stepping on the people around them. I said that Yeltsin fell into the second category of people.
It was a horrible scene. It went on for over 4 hours. I was sitting across from Gorbachev in the 4th row. I wanted to get closer, but I couldn't. I watched Gorbachev's face get redder and redder and redder. His eyes were darting all around the hall.
Gorbachev was upset, visibly angry. His face was flushed. He shook his head. He didn't expect such sharp attacks against Yeltsin.
Then the lynching was over. The last speeches had been made and the crowd was leaving. Many of them had that look of victory on their shining faces. Yeltsin was slumped over the table, his head in his hands. They were all walking out. Gorbachev looked back from the doorway and saw Yeltsin. Then he went back, took his arm, and helped Yeltsin out of the hall.
Even though Gorbachev himself spoke quite harshly, when the time came to act, he simply shifted Yeltsin to an administrative post. In this way, he protected him. Yeltsin's career might have ended then and there. He could have been made an ambassador in some remote part of Africa. Many political careers used to end like that.
Nevertheless, after 20 years of service to the party, Boris Yeltsin was out in the cold. No longer Moscow party boss, no longer on the Politburo, no longer on the way up.
I'd never felt so bad before. I've had my ups and downs in life, but nothing like this. This time I was really knocked down.
The lower Yeltsin fell in the eyes of the party, the higher his reputation rose among the people as the rumors spread. Nobody knew exactly what he'd done, but they believed he stood up to the Communist Party, and he was suffering for it. All over the world, people took notice. Among them was the BBC's Peter Snow, who interviewed the rejected Yeltsin.
What about Mr. Gorbachev's role in your story? Are you disappointed that he hasn't said more in your defense?
I'm upset. He could have acted more decisively in renewing the leadership, the top rank. And that would have speeded up the process of perestroika.
Would you like to see Mr. Ligachev removed from his position, removed from the center of power because he is, in your judgment, opposed to reform?
Да.
Once more, Yeltsin was making waves when Gorbachev needed calm. It had been a year and a half since Gorbachev first tried to bring democracy to the Communist Party, only to be blocked by the Central Committee. Now he was going over their heads. He called a full party conference, the first of its kind in half a century. Nobody knew what Gorbachev had up his sleeve. Everyone, who was anyone, showed up. The Second Russian